Welcome to the classroom. That's right, the classroom. I'm your host, Vladi Maximilian, the Great One, Joseph. Today we have a very special guest. He is a science teacher here at St. John's, and he is a moderator of the new Genesis program. That's right, the Genesis program. So, Mr. Erlanger.
Hey, Party, nice to see you.
How are you doing?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
I am doing fantastic.
All right.
So, Mr. Erlanger, America wants to know, what is the Genesis program and what does it involve?
That's a very good question. The Genesis program is basically a STEM program, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. And it's a program where students actually do like an independent research project in one of those areas. What makes our program a little more unique is that the students can go beyond just the sciences and they can look into studies in psychology, sociology, subjects above and beyond just the standard STEM program.
So it's an in-depth type of learning experience.
Right, it's basically taking science and ideas in science or something you're interested in and conducting a study or research on a particular topic. And it could take several years to do, so it's not something that's completed easily in 1 year.
Okay, what is your role in the program?
My role is I am the moderator, or you could say the director. My job is to, when all the students are actually doing the research, my job is to make sure I guide them, show them how to do proper research, collect data, anything that, or help them get in contact with people in the science community where they might be experts in a particular field that I am not. So I wear many hats in this position.
Many hats, that's a good one. How do you feel about being part of a brand new program here at St. John's?
Scary. I'm not going to lie, because this is the first program, and it's actually we're the only Catholic high school that actually has one. Oh. So it's intimidating because it's never been done before. There is no book, there is no curriculum, so everything in the program is based on me. So I am literally starting this whole program from scratch.
So you're like a pioneer moving to the frontier.
Absolutely.
And how was the program started, and whose idea was it?
This is actually a program that's probably been about 5 or 6 years in the making. When I first got here, it was a program that we were looking into doing, but through different problems and situations, it actually ever took off the ground. So Miss Doherty and Mr. Mortarelli used to be here, Miss Kuhn and Sister Happ. We all kind of got together and actually set up this whole program. So it's actually been a mix of many, many different people. So it's not just one, it's been many behind the scenes.
Okay, that's very interesting that a program could spend so much time in its infancy before actually coming about. Why do you meet during the school day instead of after school, like other activities?
One of the biggest problems and concerns that we always had is that with the scheduling, there really is no room in the regular schedule, and we've always felt like we were going to do something after school, but with activities and stuff, that was going to be a little bit more difficult. So what we decided to do was kind of, since it's an independent study, that students would give up lunch period, study hall, and meet as an extra class during the day so that it wouldn't interfere with their regular classes.
So pretty much it comes down to either eating lunch or
right,
fulfilling your brain.
Exactly right. So do you want to, learn more about science, or do you want to have fun in lunch?
That's a tough choice for some people.
I believe it, and it's tough for me sometimes too.
In the end, what will students learn from the Genesis program?
And that's really what the whole program is about. It's more about the learning. So ideally, when they go to college and when you leave here, that a lot of times that you're going to be asked to do research papers and conduct experiments or anything along those lines. This will probably give them a good foothold into using the scientific method, conducting research, following the steps, and being able to analyze data. That is an important skill, especially anyone going into any of these fields, such as science, technology, engineering, or math.
Okay, so it's almost like a pre-advancement course for college.
Right, and this would be a similar course that sometimes that juniors and seniors in college would take. They're just doing it now at the high school level.
Talk about a big step ahead of the rest.
Yes.
What advice would you give to anyone interested in being a part of the Genesis program?
Keep up the work. I said you don't have to be, the A+ student. You just have to have an interest. You have to be willing to be able to give up and work independently on your own time. and basically be really committed and not be afraid of failure.
Okay. So we learned a lot about the Genesis program here at St. John, and just the name Genesis, it sounds so mystical, so amazing. And St. John's is really lucky to have a program like this at the school.
I agree 100%.
So we'll be back to the classroom, that's right, the classroom, after this commercial break.
That's all Tyson, bro.
No, it's not.
It is all Tyson.
No, it's not.
He's the defensive man of the year. He played on Team USA for a reason, and he had over 20 points last night.
Oh my gosh,
And
don't even get me
Hathaway.
started.
I am so I'm going there. Like on Christmas, watching Les Mis. I don't care about the Christmas tree. I don't care about the presents. Les Mis.
People are crazy in general. Why would they be crazy at Best Buy and not crazy at the outlet?
They're not
It's
crazy
the
at
same
Charlotte
people.
Russe.
People are
just
people.
go-
They're always crazy.
I was able. No.
For the entire month of December, you will be in Hearst. The
No.
entire month of December, you will be in Hearst, because that's when the sale's going to get extended to.
No, they're not.
So we're back, and we had a nice commercial that we just saw involving the radio show. Have you ever listened to it?
Unfortunately, I have not.
Well, Mr. Brown's segment with his rants are truly to die for. You should listen to it sometimes. In other news, our SJB production team had a chance to take a tour of the Genesis room. Where was I during the invitation?
Well, we don't let anybody in. You have to have, you have to know people. It's a very exclusive club.
Well, we'll be back after we see the segment with Tim Haggerty taking a tour of the Genesis room.
This is Tim Haggerty here, reporting for SJB TV. Not talking about sports today. I'm here with Mr. Erlanger to tell us about what goes on here in the Genesis room. So, what does go on here in the Genesis room, Mr. Erlanger?
Well, this is where all the magic happens. And over here, I like to start off, is our wall of inspiration. So anything that anybody finds interesting or intriguing, they can pin it right here on the board. We have things even from former alumni, as well as anything the students find interesting, along with our little collection of books.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You have all the different news clippings up there.
Absolutely, and these are all things that all the students themselves find interesting, and any book recommendations as well.
So I see there's a large flat screen TV here that I've been eyeing ever since it's been up. And why is it here in the library?
Well, see, everybody eyes this thing. They're like, well, how come we can't use it? Well, this is strictly just for the Genesis students, I'm sorry to say. But it really is just more for us as a giant computer screen. It's hooked up to the computer right here. It also has the Apple TV. So if I'm doing something with the iPads, I can actually display the image on the actual TV from the iPad. And also, when I have a large group here at the table, which is where we hold our meetings, if I need to show something to a large audience, so if I have all 14 of my members that day, I can project everything on the big screen so that we're not all crowding just a little tiny screen. So it comes in very, very helpful. Unfortunately, we don't get any actual channels on it, but I'm working on that.
So I see there's a computer desk over there and a computer desk over there. What do the students use that for?
This is a little bit separate. They have these actual computers, which are just like the ones out there. These ones are specifically just for the Genesis kids. So a lot of times if they need to come in and do research or look up databases, they can come in here. That way there's always room for them instead of going out there, because sometimes there could be classes and there may not be any room. So they can come in here anytime they want. They can log on to the computers, start looking on the internet, databases, or articles that they need for a project or anything that they're interested in researching.
So there's a microwave over there.
Ah,
Why
yes.
is that there?
Well, in science, you're thinking you got to get hungry. So the best way is sometimes you need like a Hot Pocket or a cup of noodles, or a microwave is right there for you with the sink. Fill it up. Got to get the feed the mind, as they say.
I like the whiteboard over here. It looks like a lot of students are hard at work.
Yes, there's a little whiteboard here. This is really more of an idea board. Any thoughts, ideas that students come up with, that they want to think about, or possibly just, why does this happen, I tell them to write it on the board. And it's just every so often they actually add a new thing. And it's something that we're actually considering, that is there something that is worth researching here, whether they want to do it in pairs or groups. So this is where anything they want to think about, they can just add it right here on the board.
So my last question, why is this room so blue?
That's a very good question. Originally, I wanted the color green, but then I looked out and I looked outside, and in the regular library, it's red. And I felt that if I had a red room out there and a green room in here, it would look too Christmassy. So we decided to go with a much easier color, and that's how we ended up with blue. So it was just so we didn't look like Christmas.
Christmas, it would go well now, especially in this season, but...
Agreed, but, for the rest of the year. And actually, I think the blue kind of lightens the room.
It's an appropriate color.
I agree.
And this is Tim Haggerty here, reporting for SJB TV.
That was an informative segment of the Genesis program. So, when am I going to get my tour?
I'll be sure to add your name to the list.
The list? You mean I'm not numero uno, number one on the list? I'm somewhere in a list? Just for that, you're going to have to take the test. That's right, the test, after this commercial break.
Today, many teens face self-esteem issues.
I wonder if he'll talk to me today.
I wonder if she will notice me today. They find it hard to ask out or even talk to the one they like because they are afraid of rejection. But you'll never know how the other person feels unless you do something about it. So just go for it. Who knows? Maybe you could start something special.
Welcome back, and now it's time for the test. That's right, the test.
I think you have a problem with your lights here.
No. That's how we roll here at the classroom. May I have the test questions, please?
Ooh.
Thank you, Mr. C.
Ooh, it's sealed and everything.
I know. I hate that part of it. Wait, here it comes. There we go. So, question number 1. What is your all-time favorite movie?
All-time favorite movie? I probably have to say Ace Ventura.
Ace Ventura. Okay, me personally, I'm more of a European animation, maybe some Asian animation type movie type of guy. If you had to teach a subject other than science, what would it be?
Home ec.
Home ec. Get to eat your own creations.
Eat, so, little something.
Yeah. If you had to challenge another teacher to an epic rap battle, who would you choose?
Well, I don't think there would be anyone that came close to me.
Wow.
But, if I had to pick one, I would probably have to say Mr. Ryan.
Mr. Ryan.
Those English teachers, you got to watch out. They can, pull out words from all kinds of words.
I definitely know about the English teachers. Next question. Approximately how many miles are between Montauk and Manhattan? Is it A, 87, B, 204, or C, 117?
I'm going to go 117.
That is correct, sir.
That's right. I know my distances. I like maps. I'm a big map guy.
So am I, but I still don't think I would get the exact number right. Number 6. Which airline uses the motto, "We know why you fly"? Is it A, American Airlines, B, Delta Airlines, or C, Southwest Airlines?
I know it's not Southwest. I'm going to go with American Airlines.
And you guessed it right again.
I've never flown Delta, and that's the only other one, so I can say American Airlines.
That's a good guess. Number 7. Which is currently the #1 most viewed video on YouTube? Is it Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO, Gangnam Style by Psy, Baby by Justin Bieber?
I just heard this on the radio, that Psy just surpassed Justin Bieber.
Yes, it's a pretty much successful day in the world, in my opinion.
Oh, thank God. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
And Question number 8. Do you like to dance?
Not really.
Not really? Well, I have to say that you got the question wrong. We actually have footage of you dancing around.
Oh, do you?
Roll the tape. And as Mr. Erling has learned the hard way, we got eyes everywhere.
I'm just so sad he didn't catch my best moves, that's all.
Your best moves. Well, don't worry. The cameras catch tons of people. I'm pretty sure I got some footage of me doing outlandish things. So, I have an extra question for you. A bonus question to the test. This one takes the cake. Should the classroom be renamed the Flawed Zone?
I think it would be a good fit.
A good fit. You heard that, people. Mr. Erlanger thinks that it should be better called the Flawed Zone instead of the classroom. Hit the lights!
Did I pass?
Well, since you answered the last question gracefully, I'd have to say you passed.
Excellent.
Well, Mr. Erlanger, it was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you, Florty. Always a pleasure.
This has been The Classroom. That's right, The Classroom. I'm Florty Joseph, the Great One, signing off.